couple days later, have you had a chance to think about the moment and what you were able to do there after waiting so long to have it?
It was, like I said, it was a wonderful feeling. After watching the game on TV, I was like, wow. The atmosphere, the fans, and our key players really step up for us. Offensive linemen, man, they really opened up some holes for me. So that whole experience was very, very overwhelming. Then plus it being my last year, like me and Taj and a couple of seniors, that's the best way to bring in your season, the opener. Playing a top team like that, come away with a victory. So, hey, our season will be very bright for us. We just got to stay strong and stay focused, really.
Was it a wow for some of the tackles you broke and some of the runs you made? Did that surprise even yourself?
Nah, after looking at it, at the TV copy, yes, but at the moment, man, as a running back, hey, that's one thing I pride myself on, making you miss. And just running hard, running tough, so it was a good game. So.
You're obviously a confident guy, but did you prove something maybe a little bit to yourself doing what you did on that kind of stage?
One thing I proved myself is really being tough. As everybody think I'm a smaller back, I proved myself as I can lead. I don't have to be vocal, nothing like that. I just go out there and show it on the field. I could just contribute no matter where it's at, passing game, the running game. I felt like I played a solid game, even though I probably had some mistakes. I go back and look at that, and this week right here, I learned from my mistakes.
Is that one of the bigger things you tried to maybe work on coming into this year, was being a more physical style of runner?
Yes, that's one thing I felt like over the off season is one, gaining weight, two, learning my own defense, and three, learning to not just run the ball but pass protection too. Like, if you want to get to the next level, you got to protect your quarterback. So that's one thing I feel like I got to really work hard on and pride myself on, just protect my quarterback, really.
How are you feeling physically after taking that load, 23 carries, and like you said, all the pass blocking and short thing you beat up, or how do you feel?
I feel fine, honestly. Came in yesterday, got some treatment, rested my body after the game. I ain't really do nothing on Sunday, so, hey, another workload is going there, come in today and just work.
The coaches have said, Davo and Chad have both told us, this is just a good start, and that's all it is. Do the players actually believe that? I mean, beating Georgia, coming off the LSU win, I mean, those are pretty heady things that people don't do, ever. And, I mean, is it tough not to get caught up in any of that?
I feel like when you are Clemson and the way things we have done in the last couple of years, when you're used to winning, you don't get the big head. You stay level-headed, you stay humble. And that's one thing, like coaches them say, it's nothing but a start. The LSU games, that's a pass. Georgia game, that's a pass. Even though it was last on Saturday, this is a whole nother week. We just got to get prepared for this week, really. So when you got seniors and everybody on the same page, you don't get the big head. You still level-headed.
So you guys are not going to take South Carolina State lightly at all?
Nah, we're not.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you look at a couple of games Saturday, a lot of teams got beat. A lot of big-name teams got beat. So at the end of the day, we got a target on our back. We just got to come every week preparing to play hard.
Does the fact that, you see a team like Oregon State lose to Eastern Washington, a team like Kansas State lose to North Dakota State, games like that, is that something that kind of keeps you guys focused? Knowing what's ahead for you guys, but also seeing, hey, if you don't bring it against a team that's from the FCS and maybe a lot of people around the country don't respect that, you can still get beat like that?
It really does, but my mindset with the teams losing, about these conference and stuff like that don't really mean nothing. If you got to keep bringing it every week. If you bring it every week and practice and Saturday come, just bring your A game. As long as you bring your A game, everything speaks for itself.
Were you surprised at all, given the conventional wisdom about running backs, that you're the only running back to get a carry in the first half, and the vast majority of the running back carries that Clemson had were you? Were you surprised about that at all?
Nah, not really. In the day, like Coach tell us, whoever got the hot hand, they gonna keep feeding it. And so I guess last Saturday I had the hot hand. If Zach, everybody else throughout the season have the hot hand, the coach can keep feeding them. So I was blessed enough to go in there and contribute.
Rob, what do you guys think when you're snapping the ball, and then a defensive player goes down for an injury timeout or something like that? Do you guys, in the back of your mind, do you say, well, that's legitimate, or do you say, oh man, they're trying to slow us down?
Honestly, I don't worry about the opposing team. I just worry about us. I feel kind of disappointed we didn't run enough plays, but as long as we came away with a W, that's all that matters.
How about Zach's play? He had that nice touchdown catch.
Hey, I was so happy for Zach when he caught the ball. Like, one thing people say, oh, Zach is the bigger back, but one thing people have to understand, Zach can't catch the ball. You can line him out there. Zach is really that dude where he can play the 3-back and he can play running back too. Then he can run it at you. So one thing, I was very happy and excited for Zach, man. So I know he's excited, and we talked earlier this morning about it, and Zach is ready. And not just Zach, our whole running back core.
I was going to say, we're going to see you get more involved in the passing game. I don't think you had a reception, if I'm correct, in Saturday's game.
Whatever my coaches don't want me to do, I'm going to do. So if it means me playing offense, me playing defense, no matter where it's at, hey, I'm in a contributor form to my team, really.
Nobody's paid their dues more than you have, really. You spent so many years toiling behind, star running backs. How did you maintain patience through all that? Stick with it.
For one thing, my faith in God. So that's the one thing that really kept me focused and patient. Then, when you want to be great, man, you're not gonna just walk away from greatness. You're gonna stay there and soak it in. So that's one thing I wanted to do. So I stayed here at Clemson and kept working hard, not just as football, as a person, as getting my degree. And once I got that, and I found now it's my turn. It's time me to step up to the plate.
Did you flirt with the idea of transferring at any point?
I ain't gonna lie, I did, but my mom and coaches kept me level-headed and told me my time was coming.
When was that you pondered it?
Was it? Yeah, it was 2 years ago. Me and Coach Morris had to talk about it. It was 2 years ago. And after the game, Coach Morris told me. And this is sit back and think about all the stuff that's happened and that experience that happened Saturday. Man, it's a blessing. I'll say it's a blessing. I sit there and smile. And while I was looking at the game Saturday, the game Saturday and yesterday, hey, God is good. That's all I can do is thank Him.
So what's in your head now? Worth the wait. That's worth the wait.
It is worth the wait, and I feel like I have a testimony for young kids out there. Like, hey, when times get hard, don't think about running away. If you really want something, work hard for it. Go out there and get it. No matter what comes your way, you just gotta really want it. If you love the game that much, you would die and want to be successful for it. You should go out there and do it. Don't give up.
Having been backup for all these years, now that you're the guy, is it easier to cherish it and savor it?
Honestly, to be honest with you, I don't feel like I'm the guy. I feel like there's somebody in front of me that I have to catch, and I feel like even though what man may think, oh no, Rod's the guy, there's nobody in front of you, but in my mind, I feel like somebody in front of me. So that's why I gotta keep working 24/7. That's why I'm pushing myself 24/7. I keep telling Coach Elliott after every practice and after every day and every game, keep pushing me, because that's what's wrong with a lot of successful dudes. They get successful and they get caught up in the hype and stuff like that, then they lose their craft, and you can't lose your craft. If you lose your craft, somebody behind you gonna take your spot. So that's why I keep that mindset every day. Somebody's in front of me, keep chasing that person.
Both Morris and Sweeney have both kind of mentioned that you had thoughts of transferring, so that's usually something most guys would kind of keep to themselves. It sounds like you approached the coaches and talked to them about what was on your mind.
I had to, because as a man, you feel some type of way. You want to at least be on the same page with your coach and stuff like that. I don't want to be like, if I thought about transferring, keep it on the hush, then at the end of the day, it'd be a surprise. But I feel like Coach Sweeney and Coach Morris, they treat me like a man. I come to them as a man, and we was on the same page about everything. And then after hearing their opinions about it, and they keep telling me, be patient, right, your time is coming. And they hear that from both my head coach and my offense coordinator, see that on the same page, look what happened. The outcomes, I'm starting running back here, I'm having fun, I got a degree. What more can I ask for?
So do you have any fear at all that maybe if you approach the coaches with your thoughts that maybe they might say, it kind of sounds like this guy maybe really doesn't want to be here, and you can maybe kind of get forgotten about something?
Nah, because the coaches we have here, honestly, they're real coaches. I'm not sitting there and going boast about my head coach, none of that, but honestly, I think I have a godly head coach who's going to keep it 100 with me no matter what, on and off the field. He's not one of them coaches that's going to sugarcoat nothing with you. He's going to tell you how he feel. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. But in the end of the day, he gonna be real with you. And for him being real with me since I got here, hey, what more can I ask for him?
I talked about the spin move. Is that something practice? And what's going through your head when you decided to make that move?
Honestly, it was the heat of the moment, because the way he set it up when Zach's motion out the backfield, and I was just scanning and looking, and as soon as I saw the block, I was thinking in my head for a second, then it just happened. As soon as it happened, I was like, okay, then let's go. So it was just to hear the crowd and everybody on top of me yelling and stuff, and then we get to the sideline, I'm like, wow. I was like, hey, and then the question gets me, hey, how you do that? I'm like, it was just a heat of the moment. So it was very, very, very exciting.
Do you hear the ooh from the crowd when you do that? Because it's like, it was pretty apparent when it happened.
Like the crowd was wild, man. That was a crazy, most wonderful experience, man. The crowd, and then just to look up and see all that orange, and that's the best feeling, man. I think that was the most wonderful feeling to have on the opening. I think that was the best. That's the best. Then looking at all the football games, stuff like that over the weekend, I feel like we had the best game, the best two teams going back and forth. Georgia, I gotta give it to them. Them boys play hard. I like them boys.
What did you think when, or did you even notice that the Georgia guys had come to the bottom of the hill when the Tigers were running down? Did you guys notice that?
Nah, I didn't notice until the last minute of it. And by the end of the day, come on. I think people do stuff like that, trying to psych people out, trying to get in their head.
Yes.
But nah, I think Coach Sweeney have our mindsets. Hey, let's go and play ball.
You got a chunk of playing time last year, but nothing like the star-making performance you had Saturday. It's only been 36 hours, but did you get out and about at all yesterday? Did you notice that maybe your profile is already, risen around town, around campus?
As soon as I woke up in the morning, Sunday morning, my phone was going off and Facebook and stuff. And so I cut that off and I rest. Came up here, got some treatment and relaxed a little bit. Talked to some of my teammates and stuff. And I went back home, locked myself down, did some schoolwork. And Monday morning, early this morning, I'm walking around campus. Everybody like, good spin, good game, stuff like that. I'm like, thanks, God bless. So it's one thing about me, I'm humble. I'm not really all into the interviews and all that stuff, man. I love it, but in the day, I got to give it up to my offensive linemen. Them boys really did everything for me. Without them, I wouldn't have the 132 yards and 22 carries. The only thing the coach can do is put the ball in my hand. But hey, them boys up front, they got a block for me.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thank y'all. God bless too.
No matter, Eric Point, by the way, nice to see you. Thanks.